Evet, bayanlar ve baylar, küçük hanımefendiler ve küçük beyefendiler efendim. Sherlock Holmes'e yeniden hoş geldiniz. Biliyorsunuz ki ben bir Sherlock Holmes bağımlısıyımdır. Bundan önce Sherlock Holmes'un bir başka oyunu videosunu çekmiştim. Ya da Sherlock Holmes'un iki farklı oyunun kanalda videosu var herhalde. Bu da üçüncü olacak. E, Eğer sabit izleyiciyseniz size hiç pek bir iş yok. Ama yeni bir izleyiciyseniz söyleyeyim. Arada bir anda Sherlock Holmes krizim gelip durduk yere Sherlock Holmes çekebilirim. Normaldir efendim. Ee, Yeni oyunda daha mistik şeyler olduğunu duymuştum. Ee, Böyle daha mistik şeyler var kardeşim. Çok güzel kafa yapıyor demişlerdi bana. Onun dışında pek bir şey öğrenmedim. Ki onun dışında pek bir spoiler da yemedim. O yüzden yeni oyun diyorum ve yenisini başlatıyorum. Videoyu beğenmeyi, yorum yapmayı, bir de çok sevdiysen ya kanka git izle falan diyorsan bir de paylaşmayı unut. Birinci bölüm. Londra üzerindeki gölge. Baker Sokağı. Bizim Sherlock kesin davasızlıktan canı sıkılıyordur.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. The newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here on the table.
Let us see
Evet
what the
abi
postman brought
Sherlock
today.
olarak neden ses sayısı aklıma geldi? Evet abi Sherlock olarak ırzına geçmişiz diyelim.
I'm close, I know it. I just need one more piece to crack the case.
Ha. Oyuna hoş geldin. Hareket etmek için de bu lazım. Etkileşim etmek için. Tamam. Geldi okuyalım.
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming.
Ben
Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
gazetemiz tamam. Evet. Bakalım. İsveç Prensi Altan Londra'ya yaptığı son ziyaret sırasında yaşanan bir dizi talihsiz aksilikten sonra İngiltere ve İsveç arasında gerilim tırmanıyor. Skandalların başında Prens Altan'ın kişisel korumasının açıklanamaz bir şekilde ortadan kaybolması sonucu İngiliz diplomat heyetinin yaşadığı utanç geliyordu. Prensin yakın çevresinin uzun süredir üye olan bu kişi, Prensin yakın çevresinin, affedersiniz, olan bu kişi görevde olmadığı bir sırada Londra'yı keşfetme fırsatı bulmuş ve gece kesintisinden bir daha geri dönmemiştir. İyi atlıymış. Londra'da gece gezilir mi o? Takmışlar kırpıcı. Polis sözcüsü Furkan, İskandinav halkının çarpıcı bir temsilcisi olduğu için korumanın bulunacağından emin olduklarını söyledi. Böyle bir adam, beyefendilerin kulüplerindeki ekranları ya da onları rahatlatan güzel bülbüller tarafından fark edilecek biridir. Doğru mu okudum lan ben? Bu nasıl bir cümle? böyle bir adam beyefendilerin kulüplerindeki akranları ya da onları rahatlatan güzel ürünler tarafından hak edecektir.
Local gossip.
Biraz
All of it
değiştirmiş
uninteresting.
olabilirim.
I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
Oralara giriş de yok tabii. Yana gel. Av işimden yedik. Tamam, koşullara uygun şeyler giymeye çalış. L ile vaka defterini aç. Tab ile kardon sekmesine gidip bir şapka tak. Oh yeah. Peki fes. Nasıl sen çıplak çıkar? Nasıl abi? Baker Sultan. Ne yapıyorsun lan? Arada bir takılıyor.
The dustbin is yours for the digging, Mr. Holmes.
Neden çöp su derken? Bakayım ben. Çöp su. Bu mu? Değil. Olamaz. Bana konuşup takacak. Wayne'in malikanesi. Hangi soru sorabilir miyim? Ben çöp kutusunu nereden bulacağım? Tamam baktık.
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool.
Aha. Özetliğimi buldum lan.
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness.
Klasik vaka defterimizi açalım. Ben bitirdim ama. Abi kime soracağım?
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Blast. Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
Any breaking news today?
The dog accident. It's the talk of the town.
Yes, yes. Besides the tripe on the front page, anything about burglaries?
I'm not sure, sir.
You're a bright child.
Benim
I presume
gazeteye ne
you
oldu
see
ya?
everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson,
Cool, now I can take the day off.
Gazeteyle
did you
ne
see what
yaptı?
he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not 'cause I was scared, 'cause I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Can you
Adam
describe
anlat.
the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive, hence the appeal of disguises. Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
All right.
Biri
You
var
earned
lan
your shilling.
şişede mi?
That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr.
Şu
Holmes.
söylemedi
Maybe I
bir de.
could be your eyes and ears. If you have more shillings.
Şerefsiz ya. Hoppa. Mahvet. Vay. Ha, böyle değiştiriyorum. İyi. İştir. Eşyalara gel. Hiçbir yere varmaz. Vardı mı? Değiştirebiliyor muyum? Allah kahretsin.
Come now, Mr. Holmes. Murder? Yes,
Get
Barnes
the
has his
strand.
quirks, but he
Get
also
your
has
copy
his
of the
scruples.
strand here.
Not every pawn knows its part
Çok şey konuşuyor, yüksek sesle konuş. Bir de konuşma.
of a game.
Ne demiştik? Köşedeki kitapçı. Vay vay. Dur ben bir etrafa bakayım da. Oo, olur mu
So,
olmaz.
Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
İyi la etraf temiz yok. Bana bak la sen beni niye zehirlemeye çalıştın? O ne mürekkep. Saatler. Yetersiz uyku stres. Hı hı. ya.
Mr. Barnes, a word.
Çok masum.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Neden kaçtı bu adam?
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please?
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
Really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right
Ben de
questions,
biliyorum. Ben de
Doctor.
bütün evi
Let's
araştırdım.
find a way to coax him out. The ladder is broken
Alright.
recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Ayağı bu yüzden atışıyor. Tamam. Ne yapıyorsun lan?
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy? I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
Bakıyorum bakıyorum. O nedir? Pek görüyorum.
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is. An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible.
Yani. Ama
The finest view London has to offer.
Bizimkinde ne var? Ben şurası kasadan bir 5 ne olur? Gazete alayım. Gazete de değil. Egzotik bitki kataloğu. Ölümsüz bir araç için ölümsüz bitkiler. Yani iyi denem.
Basics of cryptanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
Hop. Orada bir şey mi yakaladım lan?
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
Dükkan dışında bir şey mi?
The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily, I know, not very original.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
Aynı şey, aynı saz. Karşı tarafta da.
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
Familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin?
Hop. Bak gözlüyoruz. Ha, üstüne alıp döndürüp bakacağım.
The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
Benim ben buna böyle İngilizce John olabilirim. Hop. Tamam. Bence üstteki. Peki üstteki.
Mrs. Fleming, you look particularly lovely today. Is there a reason?
Does a woman need a reason to look or feel beautiful?
No, but your distant look suggests you seek one man's gaze in particular.
Who told you that?
Nobody, merely a keen eye and some simple deduction.
Well, I'll kindly ask you to keep your keen eye to yourself, Mr. Holmes.
Avars.
I don't know anything about this, sorry. I don't know anything about this, sorry.
Sormayacaktım ha.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right. I don't know anything about this, sorry.
Delik bilmiyorsun ya. Benim şey buradan geldi.
I don't know anything about this, sorry.
Çatlak. Doğru.
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a dell to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break. I don't know anything about this, sorry.
Hepsini soracağım şimdi ama sırasıyla.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes, no, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy, so we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached, but since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
Sıçtım ağzına gel. İstesen de istemeden de çıkacaksın ondan sen gel.
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
Anıtları birleştiremeyeceğim sanki. Anam ki. Değil, değil. Buna gel, bunu bir oku. Bence bu, tamam mı? Değiştir. Hayır lan, hayır, hayır. Hevesimi kırdı ya. Dur, ne bu? Dedim, sevgilinden soğumuş çiçek diyelim o zaman. Güzel. Ben az önce bunları mı yaptım? Espri. İlk merdiven değil. Değil. Bu hiç değil. Alakası da yok da. Bu olabilir. O zaman solmuş çiçek. Yok böyle. Oo. Barnes çiçekçi bayan Fleming'in dikkatini çekmek için solmuş çiçeklerden oluşan bir buket sergiliyor. Yanına gelip kendisine sulama tavsiyesi vereceğin umuyor olabilir. Ya da yalnızca içinde bulunduğu çaresizliğin bir yansımasıdır. Ben böyle okuyamıyorum ya. İsimleri Türkçeleştirelim. Nur, tezgahın üzerindeki katalogdan sipariş ettiği bir kaktüsü isimsiz olarak ona hediye etti. Biraz tuhaf bir seçim olsa da kaktüsler Elif için sonsuz aşkın bir sembolüydü. Lan kız ismi aradım bir an. Özür dilerim. Kaktüsler Nuh için sonsuz aşkın bir sembolüydü. Zira katalog bu kaktüsleri ölümsüz olarak tanımlıyordu. Açıkça görülüyor ki Baker Sokağı, ne Baker Sokağı, Manisa Alay Bey'in dışındaki arkadaş ben kendimi yorumlayacağım yapamıyorum. Neyse. Baker Sokağı 221 B'nin dışında The Stranding'de bıraktığı kaktüsün aynısı şimdi hikayenin aslını öğrenelim. Hiç olmadı ki bu ya. Yabancı isim vermeyin bana,
Think perhaps I
değiştiremiyorum.
have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Mr.
Lan şey-
Barnes, I know what you
Senin
did,
yüzünden
and
rezil
I know
olduk
why
videoda.
you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer. I couldn't read this morning's
Doğru
edition
bildik.
of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right then.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus and your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
As in most things in
Helal
life, truth
ederiz.
is the answer. Cease with the obtruse signals and anonymous gifts, and simply talk to the woman. What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That... Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So, at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, Naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
Hoppa. Bayanlar aşk hikayesinde evet. Güvercile patlaması limanı salladı. Güvercile patlaması limanı salladı. Dün gece Londra limanında bulunan halk gürültülü patlamalar ve yoğun kırmızı dumanın yarattığı huzursuzlukla sarsıldı. Ticari gemi Moskova akşamın erken saatlerinde Avrupa'ya doğru yol alırken N3 rıhtımına yanaştı ve birkaç patlamayla sarsıldı. Olay esnasında gemide herhangi bir mürettebatın bulunup bulunmadığı bilinmezken liman idaresi olayla ilgili henüz bir açıklama yapamadı. Görgü tanıkları nehre güvercile sızdığını gördüklerini beyan ederken bölge hala çalışanlara ve halka kapalı. Halka kapalı olduğundan dolayı yaşananlara ilişkin tam bir bilgi edinmemiz biraz zaman alabilir. Arkadaşlar boğazım
Come,
tutuyor.
Dr.
Ben de
Watson.
farkındayım.
Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I
Let me know
hope
if
to
there's
hear
any
good
way I can
news
make it up
about
to
you
you.
and Mrs. Fleming.
tell you what, tomorrow's edition of The Strand is on me.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Ne
Indeed.
diyorsun?
Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career. But...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
Hanımefendi.
I should have worn something warmer.
Londra'ya klasik. O ne? Özürlü demek.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here. I'll stand watch, just in case the strange man comes back.
Her yerden kan çıkabilir. Yani aramaklı olmak ve İstanbul'daki savaş daha tertemiz. Daha düzenlidir.
Stenwick is just down the street from Barnes's bookshop.
Aa, oraya mı gidiyor? Hı? Dur olur. Hatırladım lan bu maskeyi. Önceki oyundan kalma.
Not much further now.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles, and it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Tell me about Kimahia.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen. And as strong as too. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
I take it this is the first time Kimahia has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
Is there any reason Kimahia may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Did Kimahia make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No, no. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Anladım. Şahsen ben aradan 2 tane atardım hazır. Bu nedir lan?
Chewing tobacco. A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
Ne diyeceğim işte. Dur. Şöyle yapacağız. Ayarlar, kontroller.
looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
Ya çekme be.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right. The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Bakayım kimi zehirlemeye çalışıyor. Kemik.
Button chops. The remains of a meal. The ashes are long since cold. A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called. Clothes made of hessian. Is Sten really so miserly? No air coming through it. A scrap of hessian. These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to
Adam
break
2
them.
metre dediler zaten yeter yani. Bence karşılamıştır.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Hayır anladım.
A small navy spyglass.
Temiz. Dakika birden bu diye bak. Zaten sürmez. Tamam. Bir bacayı tıklamıştık.
Could have left these tracks. They seem fresh.
Adamı bayıldık tekerle yükleyip kaçırdınız değil mi? Ali çekerken kafası güzel oluyor, düşüyor. Diğeri de yüklenip götürüyor mu? Yok. Olay yerinden çıktı. Neyi soracağımı unuttum biliyor musun?
Where on earth are you going with this? I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
Bak anahtar.
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden. I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahia's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahia's?
Yes, I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Do you happen to know Kimahia's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest, but I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Has Kimahia ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimahia's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
İyi. Ayrı bir cins ya. Tamam, bu burayı izledim. Sonra geldi. Bizim yanıyorum, bacını tıkadım.
Is this a tanifa, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
Bak kalktı, kafası güzel oldu bizim oğlanın. Hemen bak, güçlü kuvvetliydi. Bizim oğlanın kafası güzel oldu. Ama yine de bizimkinin güçlü diyeceğim. Ama o zaman şey buraya düşmez. Kafası güzel oldu. Öteki. Bir kadeh eksik. Ama neresi ve ne?
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
Tam tersi. Hangisi?
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimahir went to
Şaşırken
sleep,
ama
the man
takılmış.
crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
It makes total sense.
Yapıyoruz bir şeyler. Gel. Bunun forması kaldı.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir, likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Truly, there is no better evidence of a man's nature than the way he treats those who help him. And you, sir, are a brute. The cruelty of your ignorance about the Maori people, your selfish attitude to a man's kidnapping.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
Ben bunu boğar. Yıllarda çiğnenmiş tütün kullanıyordum. Gören kişinin dikkat çeken özellikleri nelerdi? O değil. Tamam. Nerede aklım? Baba akşam işte. Bu olabilir. Kanıt etmesi. Şey çok kalabalık. Tek yani bunları işaretlesem bize olmayacak. Çok fazla kanıt eksik. Bir sorabilir. Nasıl? Yapamayacağım. Bir de geç. Tamam. Bak, güzel. Yanlış yere geldim ama nasıl oldu?
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair. Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man? A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the colour and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done.
Aa,
Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahia's cart, I gather.
şey.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed, you think you know someone.
Tamam. Aynen. Güvercin vizyon da varmış. Ne iş baba? Bu ne alakalı? Lüks tutacak aynen. Belki bu. Yapma be. Hadi bu. Allah belanı versin. Biraz konteks. Nasıl olabilir ki ya? Alakası olduğunu biliyorum bu arada. Dilerim. Kaçırılmayla bağlantılı mı? Anladım. Bunu da yapalım da arkadan anlamasın. Yok. Gerçekten özelliği. Bence kart fizide bir özelliği. Kaçıran kişinin dikkat çeken özelliği nelerdir? Güzel. Olmazsa. Denizci. Saldırgan bir denizciydi. Aynen. Büyük olasılıkla bir denizci olduğunu, cüzdanındaki güvercine kılıntısı olduğunu ve Londra limanında yakın zamanda bir güvercin kazası yaşadığını bilmiyoruz. Bunlar bulmak için Londra limanına gitmemiz gerektiğini kaybedecek zaman yok. Tabii oğlum adamı kaçırabilirler. Şapkayı çıkar.
Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident,
Önce
Doctor,
böyle
do you
kıyafet
recall?
giyeyim.
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
Limana nereden gideceğimi bilmiyorum. Herhalde Londra limanına gidelim. Sana bok bilgi veririm ben. Başına ağrısın. Kardeşim sürüyor musun? Tabii
Where
ki.
to go? The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
Birinci bölümü tamamla. Bindik bir alamete. Ne gidiyoruz bir alamete.
Mr. Holmes, what a compelling mystery we have stumbled upon. perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
Do not take you for the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps, before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor after that.
Dr. Watson?
Yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued.
Yes. A detachment of British soldiers found me.
To whom I'm grateful. But without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. The question remains, why abduct Kimahir?
Evet. Sherlock yoldan geçenlere bir kanıt parçası hakkında soru sorabilir. Tamam. İyi. Babyface. Bana da aynı. Evet, bayanlar ve baylar, küçük hanımefendiler ve küçük beyefendiler, efendim burada bırakalım. İkinci kayıt hoş ve güzel bir bölüm. Soldaki o 80'de 120 mi ne öyle bir şey kaldı, o sinirim bozdu galiba, her şeyi toplayamadım ama ziyan yok. Başka bir gün elbet %100 yaparız onları da. İkinci bölümde görüşmek üzere, kendinize iyi bakınız. Bye bye.